Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dan with Senior E-Bike Nation. Welcome to a pharmacy ride today. I need to pick up a prescription, so I figured, what the heck? And I had to adjust some brakes here to get some rotors cleaned here. And I just want to make sure that I don't have any more noise on those. So yeah, we're just going to ride up the pharmacy and pick up a prescription, and then we'll head back home. So it's only going to be maybe a 8 to 10 mile ride up to the pharmacy, and I'll be riding the sidewalk all the way up. I really don't like riding on the main road, especially on the weekend. That, and like I said, I cleaned my rotor with rubbing alcohol. I think that's where all the squeaks were coming from. So I'm hoping that eliminated that problem. So far, I'm not having any more squeaks. So again, we're out riding our radio flyer again today. I've already done a few reviews on it, but it's a great little cruiser bike just to get out to the store and pharmacies, take it to a doctor's appointment, and get some exercise in the meantime. So that's what I'll probably be doing with this bike. It's not got great range on the battery. I mean, it's a 48 volt, but it's only, I think, 10.8 amp hours on the battery. But it'll get me 20 to 25 miles pretty easily as I'm riding around town here, so I'm okay with that. Got a little place for my cup holder here to put on, and I could put it in my basket up there, but I just use my clamp on the handlebar stem here, and it's working out well. We're probably going to jump on the bike trail and take it up a little bit. And then when I get to Grange Hall Road, which is a road intersects up on the trail, that's where I'll be getting over and getting on the sidewalk itself going up to the pharmacy. So far I've got zero squeaking now, so I got a feeling the rotor was all it was. I just needed to clean it off. Probably had some oil or something on it, and so far the squeak seems to be pretty much gone now. Hope you guys are having a good day today. I may have to, I don't think I'm going to be able to trigger that light, so I just may have to get off up here, turn right, and then come back the other way to get this light to change, because this light is probably not going to change. So we'll just get off right here at the drive-thru and cut through the parking lot, get to the bike trail. Got the bike trail picks up right here at past the Domino's. They've had a lot of construction going on this road as well, so. But I'll just be jumping on the bike trail right here. Again, so far, no squeaks. This is a good little hill climbing bike, this Radio Flyer. I'm barely pedaling and it's just climbing this hill pretty easily. This bike will only do 20 miles per hour. It's restricted and it's a cruiser, so it shouldn't be going any faster than 20 miles an hour. But yeah, it's a good little commuter bike, you may call it. Take this thing to work, or take it, like I say, to the grocery store, or any kind of appointment you need to run. Just carry you a nice lock with you, and you'll be able to lock the bike down wherever you're going. I'm just going to drive right through the drive-thru at the pharmacy, so I don't have to even worry about getting off the bike. So that's a win. But it's gorgeous out here today. It's probably 80, 82 degrees. It's supposed to get hot tomorrow. Get up around 90 the next 2 days. But I really wanted to get this bike out so I could check them brakes out. I just had a heck of a squeal in that front. And it's pretty much completely gone now so far after first 3 or 4 miles here. Figured there'd be a few people on the trails today since this is Saturday. So I'm in pedal assist 4, cruising along about 18 miles an hour. On your left. As I mentioned, I feel pretty comfortable. I can get, we're gonna hop off right here to get up on the road to get over to the sidewalk I need to get on. I could have got off a little farther up on the trail, but this way you guys can see a little bit of neighborhood ride here as well. Well, I've got all my planting done now. I've got all my tomatoes in, and my peppers, and my cucumbers, and let it grow, baby, let it grow. Here's the sidewalk I wanted to catch. Take this all the way to the pharmacy. Crossing over a highway here. I wish they'd clean this sidewalk. It's getting to be pretty bad shape. Getting a lot of rocks and stuff on it, I noticed. How about that? I got the walk signal there. It's different. But yeah, this is a good little, you might call it a city ride here. might have a basket making a little bit of rattling noise. I'm not sure yet. Dairy Queen really busy on this hot day. Everybody getting ice cream, of course. That's an area you got to be really careful crossing. And I've noticed a friend of mine that rides like this, he just goes on across some of these streets, and when there's somebody stopped at that stop sign trying to get on the main road, I'm going to stop my bike. Again, when you're out riding like this, even on a sidewalk, it doesn't matter if it's a bike trail or road or sidewalk, situational awareness and head on a swivel all the time. Because you just never know what's going to pop out in front of you in just a second. You've got to react. So as I'm crossing intersections like this, I even look for people that are turning either right or left on the street that I'm crossing to make sure that I've got a clearance. But they have really wide sidewalks on most of these main roads anymore, and you can ride your e-bike on these. So before everybody starts commenting on my channel, it's legal here in Ohio. Laws, it's a wider one and it's designated for bikes, and these are here. Comes a fire truck out of there. I don't have to stop for them on the sidewalk unless they're turning in front of me. Quite noisy. I'm going to be start hiking again next week. I may get some video on it. I usually go with my sister. She's not crazy about me filming, but I'll talk to her about it and see what she thinks. But yeah, we're going to start hiking a couple days a week, and I'll be biking at least 1 to 2 days a week as well. So yeah, for you seniors out there that you wonder what you can do when you retire, this is what you do. If you're active enough and healthy enough to do it, get out and ride or hike. Get out and enjoy the beautiful outdoors. Just like the case right here, I'm going to stop. And he's waving me on, so. But again, that's some of the stuff you got to be careful of. Especially on the sidewalk, because you just really don't know what that guy's going to do, coming from all four directions for that matter, or three of them. Truck, that band's being very, very nice to let me through. Backed up so I could get through there. It was nice. But I even use my brakes when I'm coming across these intersections, because you just don't know somebody's going to turn onto you where you're crossing. You just don't know. So those are a few tips on sidewalk riding that you guys got to really be careful of. Got to watch people backing out of house driveways. That's important as well. Got a nice little downhill, then I got an uphill to get to the pharmacy. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of all this kind of riding. Again, it's just you got to be cautious. I mean, if I even need to go to the hardware store, I like supporting little hardware stores instead of big box stores. I've got one fairly close to me, and sometimes I'll buy eye bolts and things that you just can't find certain things at a box store. That them little hardware stores are pretty much will have it. So yeah, I just hung some bikes up in the rafters on a pulley system, and I had to stop down and get some eye bolts I needed, and I didn't really feel like driving clear to a box store. So I knew that hardware store was close, and they had exactly what I needed as well. Here is the pharmacy at the CVS, so I'll be turning the camera off right up here when I get up to the windows. I got to pay and everything, and due to privacy concerns, I'll go ahead and shut the camera down, and we might pick it up a little bit on the ride back. But again, I was really trying to test out these brakes, and they did extremely well. No squeal whatsoever. So I think I actually solved that problem. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and pull into here, and I'll put you guys on hold for a second, and we'll pick up the video here. Or maybe we'll just go ahead and shut it down. And so share and like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I will see you guys on the next video. Hey everyone, welcome back to Dan with Senior E-Bike Nation. Again, we just got, we're doing a return trip now on our pharmacy run. I'm riding my Radio Flyer 26 by 2.2 inch cruiser e-bike. And I definitely, like I mentioned earlier, I wanted to make sure that my brakes were not squeaking anymore, and that solved that problem. But yeah, so far we've only come 4 miles. We're down to about 77, 78% on the battery, and it was fully charged. So again, this has only got a 48 volt, 10.8 amp hour battery, so you're not going to get a lot of range out of this battery. I'm probably going to get about 20 miles total at my weight of 225, and then I got to backpack another 12 to 15 pounds on the back of this bike. So again, it's for cruising around town and making little quick trips to the pharmacy, the grocery store, doctor's office. I can pretty much do that on this bike. climbing a hill now, so you're hearing that motor. It's only a, I think it's a 350 watt motor, maybe a 500. I got so many of these things, I kept getting them confused, so I'll correct that. But I think it's only got a 350 watt motor, but it handles these hills really well. But it's a nice little trip. I could have got off and took the bike trail at that last intersection, but I decided to go ahead and do the sidewalk ride pretty much all the way back. I'll stay off the main roads the best I can here. Again, these sidewalks are legal for these bikes. I mean, I can just use the throttle and cruise right up this hill. No issues at all. Yeah, but this way I can save some gas having to come down here and get some exercise riding my bike. Talk a little bit about the bike as I'm riding and some of the things going on in my life. Again, I got a Mooncool trike coming in. The TK1, I'll be getting it in either Monday or Tuesday. I'm thinking Monday, hopefully. So I'm expecting delivery on that. And you know how FedEx works. Just because they say the day that's going to ship don't mean that's the day you're going to get it. They're really hard to deal with sometimes. The drivers don't take care of them bikes when they take them off the truck at all. They just handle them things like it's, you know, they don't care. And so that's why a lot of times the shippers have to really wrap these things good with styrofoam and cardboard and everything so they don't get tore up during shipping. Because if you get a bike sent to you and it's damaged, then the manufacturer has to pay for the shipping costs going back as well after you purchase that bike. So I'm sure they're all over them companies and they have agreements with them. If, you know, if a certain percentage or amount of bikes get damaged, the shipper's going to wind up paying for that. So yeah, that's some of the stuff you got to be careful with. Yeah, we'll cross right over here and head on up to an intersection up there. I could go left here and get on the bike trail, but I'm going to stay on the sidewalk for a little while here. We should be okay. Again, I got my backpack inside the back basket. Anything I'd possibly need on a ride, I have it with me. If I wanted to get some video with my drone, I could pull it out and do that as well. Not going to be using my drone today. This is a nice little city ride. Just a trip down to the pharmacy and back is all this is. Go by the Dairy Queen. It was really busy a while ago, and it's still pretty busy. Pretty hot out, and everybody's out getting ice cream. Yeah, put any comments down there what you guys think of this kind of riding, and let me know. I'd appreciate that. I normally can get off the road there and get back into the Platte and come back out on the bike trail, but I'm gonna go on up here. I'm gonna go on up here, and I'm gonna go left up here and get back on the bike trail here. I don't like that little bridge that goes across this highway, the sidewalk. It's got so much debris and stuff on the sidewalk. I just don't want to tear my bike up and tires and everything else, so we'll do it the quick way. So we'll cross the intersection right here to get back up on the bike trail. Very little bike trail I got to ride here, so we got the go here, so we're going to cross the intersection and get back up on the trail. Hope you guys are having a good week, or a good weekend, shall I say. I'm retired now, so I don't really pay attention too much to days unless I get an appointment for something. I just don't even really know what day it is. That's the beauty of retirement. Going over some pretty good bumps here, so we have no suspension on this bike at all. That's one thing I'd like to see Radio do on this bike is put some suspension on this bike. Now I could buy suspension and put on it, replace the rigid fork and in the front and get a suspension seat post for the back, but I'm not going to keep this bike not too terribly long anyway, but you know, I've got other cruiser bikes that I can ride as well. But I just don't want to put a lot of money into these bikes and turn around, sell them, and have to take everything off again. Here's where I hopped off the bike trail a while ago and got up on that, got on the city roads there. Came back a little bit different this time. Yeah, let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see. I've got my green screen now in the garage where I can do garage videos. Do you want to see repair videos? You want to see how I got my hoist system set up in my garage so I can get my e-bikes overhead? I'll have 2 trikes over my head where I can walk right under them time I get my second trike in. I've already got the Moon Coal 350 hanging up in the rafters, and I'll be putting the TK1 up there as well, because them trikes are pretty wide footprint, so it makes it really nice where I can get them off the floor and get them out of the way. That way I can store more e-bikes for sure. I'm doubling my space by doing that in the garage. Now, one good thing, I don't have ceiling in my garage. I just got rafters, so that way I can really go as high as I want to store the bike. And the roof certainly will support the bikes. The chain hoist that I buy, I think they're only $59 or something like that I purchased those for. It'll get you, it'll hold 2,000 pounds. So I'm not worried about the weight limit on them at all. Still getting that squeak just back just a little bit up in that front. I'm gonna have to adjust the caliper, I think, a little bit on it. I think the pads are really touching a little more than the rotor was needing clean with rubbing alcohol. I think that's more the case now that I ride it. Because I really couldn't see any space between the rotor and the pads on the left side when I was looking at it. I know we had clearance on the right side of the rotor. I could see daylight, but I couldn't see it on the left side. So I've got to get that correct a little bit. We'll be going straight here. Cut through the schools like I always do. Again, we've come 4.2 miles to 4.3, and we've got 62% of the battery. So we've used almost 40% of the battery on this ride. That's a little more than I would like to see. But again, it's a cruiser bike. It's not built for range. Now, I could purchase a second battery if I'm going to keep this bike. I could easily do that. But that's not necessary. Can't believe it, they ain't got nothing going on at the school today. No sports activities. Not even softball or baseball. That's different. Yeah, I just kind of go around these speed bumps. But yeah, as soon as I get that trike assembled, I'll be doing some reviews on that one right away for Mooncool. Again, Mooncool is not sponsoring me. They did on the 350, the Mooncool 350, but they made me pay money on the, they give me a discount, shall I say, on the TK1. So they will not be sponsoring me on that video. So I will only get out a couple reviews for them. Maybe, you know, I might get 3 or 4 reviews out for them, but some e-bike channels, they only do 1 or 2 reviews and they're done. I just don't think that's really right for a manufacturer to do that, especially if they're going to send you a bike for free. You got to show them some love or you won't be collaborating with them as a partner very long. We don't have near the squeak we had, but still, it's still there a little bit. But yeah, it's a very fun cruiser bike to ride, there's no doubt. But we'll be stopping the video up here at the stop sign, and that'll be all I'm going to do. We got a couple videos out of this little ride up to the pharmacy, and that's really all I really wanted to do anyway. So yeah, put any comments down in the comment section, anything you want me to answer. I'll put a link to this bike down in the description box as well. So yeah, share, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I will see you guys on the next video.